something for the ladies, to let you know that you are very
something special. Something special.
Yeah.
Something special. Girl, you need to know. Something special.
You're something special.
Something.
Everybody, it's your girl Dion. Thank you for joining me inside the Mind of Love and an open objective at Love and Relationships. That's right. That's what we do here. We talk about relationships, honey. All kinds of relationships. Relationships between you and your man. Relationships between you and your husband, your kids, your grandkids, your mama them, your brother them, sister them, daddy them, all of them, honey. The church people, the people at the work, all of the peoples, honey. All kinds of relationships, because it's relationships that make the world go round. Amen. Amen. And that's what we do. We talk about all kinds of relationships. I'm your girl, your unsolicited advice giver, that have had her share of experiences on just about everything, especially relationships. So come on in, get yourself something to eat, a little snack or something, sit on down and rest your nerves. And let me make you laugh for a little bit, all right? All right. Anyway, y'all, Mother's Day is coming up this coming Sunday. So I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there. If you've lost your mom along the way, I want to extend my condolences to you. Or if you are estranged from your mom like I am, I totally understand. And we just going to keep on praying, because God is good and he working miracles all day long, every day. How about that? I became a mom when I was 16 years old. Met this guy from high school. Thought he was really cute, short dude. I liked the color of his jams. Just had cute shoes to match. And he just had so much swag. He was so full of swag. And child, me and that boy made a baby. Cute little boy too. And yeah, that's what happened. We made a baby. So I had a baby when I was 16 years old. But I thank God for the village that he surrounded me with. I had great parents, grandparents, uncles and aunts, cousins, and all of that good stuff. Thank God for my siblings. You guys were young, but you guys did help me. Thank you so much. In your own little way. Thank you so much. And yeah, so it was very challenging. Very, very challenging. I love the fact that my pastor back then did not let anyone shun me, because if I remember, I think I was a Sunday school teacher for the younger little kids, and I didn't want to teach anymore because I felt like me getting pregnant was not setting a good example for little kids. And he was like, I'm not going to let you stop teaching. You're going to keep on doing your work for the Lord. You done what you done. And I forgive you. Your mama and them forgive you. The God forgive you. So go on in there and teach them kids, child, because we ain't got time for all of that. And plus, we can't find nobody else to want to be bothered with a bunch of little hollering, screaming kids. And you good with them. So go on up off of now and teach them children. So I appreciate Pastor Henderson for that. Thank you so much. That's something I'll never forget. A little love go a long way. I'll just say that. Definitely being a parent at 16 was a challenge. I almost lost my firstborn after he turned 1. He became seriously ill all of a sudden, really, and I didn't know what was going on with him. He started to run a fever. He was crying and all of that. We ended up rushing him to the hospital, and while he was in my arms, his fever spiked so high that he began to go into convulsions. I remember them snatching him from my arms and literally running down the hallway behind them as they were yelling, "Code blue, code blue." And that was a very intense and scary moment for me at that time. And I had never really truly just prayed. But I remember at that moment, sitting in that waiting room, I remember asking God to not allow my baby to die. Thank God, he spared his life. And on tomorrow, he'll be 31 years old, guys. That is truly a blessing. 31 years old. He's healthy. He's thriving. He's married. He has his own family and all of that. And so God is good, child. I'm trying to tell you, he is awesome. Awesome. What an experience. And after my firstborn, I had another one, Khalil. Khalil's my second born, a little eclectic baby. He's very eclectic, very talented, very different. He is his own unique individual. very musically inclined, excruciatingly musically inclined. All of my kids are super talented. They all play music. My oldest again, is a musician. He plays the drums. He writes music. He's also a hip hop artist. He sings. All of my kids sing. Khalil is none other short than just being absolutely musically brilliant. Okay, let me say that. He is my middle kid, and again, he too got sick. I don't know what's wrong with these darn kids. I ate right. I did what I was supposed to do. And these kids still kept getting sick on me. But he too got sick and had to spend some time in the hospital as well. And then along came Daniel. And so, yeah. I had my youngest son, Daniel, and he's super brilliant, super me in the male version. He's very meek, mild, humble, hardworking kid. Very proud of him. And unlike his brothers, even though he has the same music abilities and talents and he's all of that, he's Mr. Funny Man all the way. And so just a joy being a parent, point blank period. It has not been easy being a single parent because things didn't work out between me and their dad. And we ended up going our separate ways and doing our own thing. And he wasn't a very participative parent. And you know, if you watch my first video, you know that after a while, I got tired of carrying the load and I began to share the load, you know, against his better wishes because I needed a break. Because again, if I'm going to feel like I'm feeling as a single mom, he going to feel what he going to be feeling as a single dad. So yeah, I began to share those responsibilities against his will and better wishes. It all worked out. You know, we are great friends today. We co-parent our adult children very well. You know, right now, you know, we share now, you know what I'm saying? And he gets it. You know, he gets it. He gets it. He understands that, you know, he should have been there more then, but he is trying to put forth every effort to support them now. And that's a very important thing for them. He goes to some of their shows. We enjoy, you know, our children because we are still a family. Even though I'm married, he's married, we have our separate lives, we're all still one big family. Shout out to everybody that gets it done. All right. Growing up, let's talk about that. Growing up, I was raised by my grandparents, my mom's parents, my dad's parents, and a little bit, not really raised by my stepdad's parents, but I did definitely have time with them as well. I was able to form a bond with them as well. But my mom was 14 when she had me. My dad was about 16 or 17. And I'm sure that was challenging for her because she hit her pregnancy until she was about 7.5 months pregnant. And she never stopped cheering. She didn't miss a game. Her grades did not drop. She did not throw up. And she never literally missed a beat carrying me. And I made it here safely. Look at God. I made it here safely. And no problems, no birth defects or anything other than asthma that I had dealt with as a kid. But I'm good now. I'm good. My mom, some things transpired a couple of years ago. And yeah, she just kind of decided she'd dip out on not only me, but myself and my two sisters. She decided that she'd dip out. And we haven't seen her in about 2 years. And I know y'all probably saying, child, what in life happened? Well, if you go and follow my sister Cece's channel, I'm sure one day she's going to tell you what happened. But until then, you'll have to wait until she drops that show. But like, I felt like she abandoned me. I really did. I felt like she abandoned me. And not only me, but me and my sisters during a time where she should have stuck it out and stayed, because that's what you do as a parent. That's what you do as a mom. You know, you stick it out, you tough it out. You know, we are parents. We make mistakes each and every single day. But after you make that mistake, you do the necessary things to try to rectify the situation. And I don't feel like that my mom tried to rectify the situation, period. She just literally headed for the hills, and we haven't seen her since. She deleted us off of all of her social media platforms except for LinkedIn, because I accidentally stumbled up on her on LinkedIn. She changed her phone number. She moved. I mean, all kinds of things. She made the conscious decision to do her own thing somewhere else with other people and not her children. And it threw a rock, you know, it threw a rock, maybe even a boulder. And for a long time, I was just angry. But the people around me began to lose their parents, their moms, their dads, the people that meant the most to them. And so I began to look at that, and it helped me to realize that, you know what, life is short, and tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. And this is not the time to walk around here holding grudges. I mean, my God, we're in a pandemic, okay? We got to worry about killer bees, all right? And my God, we're black, and they're killing us as if it's hunting freaking season or something. So now is not the time to be walking around here literally holding grudges. And so I'm not holding a grudge. If you are out there, mama, and you see this video, girl, I ain't moved. I'm still in the same spot. Holla at your girl. It is what it is. But I do want to sit down and I want to talk, because this is what I do. I have those hard conversations very easily. And I kind of pride myself on it. You don't necessarily have to be running around hollering, cussing, and screaming. You should be able to sit down like normal, civilized individuals and have a conversation that is going to be a little scratchy. You know, it's going to be a little tight. You know, you just have to, you know, when you got a big booty, you got to try to, in the jeans, you got to jump up and down. Sometimes you just got to jump right on into it, you know. And I'm willing to do that. I don't know where she is, if she's willing to do it, but definitely, I think that's something that needs to be done, because I don't want to give the devil any more leeway and any more room that he's already had. You know what I'm saying? And every child needs a parent. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for my dad. First of all, thank God for giving me two dads. My dad and my stepdad, which I've never ever said stepdad. I just said my dad. So thank God for my dad, because my biological dad has gone on to be with the Lord, and I still have my stepdad, and it's just like still having a dad, you know, and he's done very well filling in for both parents in their absence. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, being a parent, it's a lot. I said to myself, I have been angry with my children, especially my oldest one, and I have definitely put some time in between, distance in between he and myself. But definitely, I would never ever turn my back on my kids. I could never just walk out of their lives. And I've been very pissed off at them. Like, they've done some stuff to the point where I just wanted to choke slap them, okay? And punch them in the eye all at the same time. And kick them in the face and all that good stuff. I've been that angry with my children, you know, where I wanted to just denounce them. But I don't think I could ever do it, because being a mom is like one of the most challenging and most important things. And you are never going to get it right. You will always and forever be trying to figure it out, because you're given this little bitty life to be responsible for. And you're responsible for making sure that this thing eats and it's clean, and it grows up to be somebody that's sane and normal as possible, as normal can be, you know. And you have to teach it and all that, teach it to walk and talk and write and all those things. You're given so much responsibility in being a parent, and people don't tell you, but you never stop being a parent. When that child turns 18, that's it, you're done. Well, honey, that's a lie. That's a lie, because now the relationship of a parent switches gears and the ramifications change. And now you got a parent and adult where you could once discipline the child and whoop their butt and beat their tail and make them do what you want them to do. Now you have to figure out how to advise on from the sidelines and see what happens, because they become their own individual selves, and you can't whoop their butts and make them do what you want them to do. You literally have to stand on the sidelines and just chill out and wait for it. But they still gonna do what they want to do because they're children. Even though 22, 23, 24, 25, they still gonna do what they do. But I love the relationship that me and my 31-year-old son has. You know, we talk all the time now. Every day. I mean, for hours. We talk, we laugh. We not friends. I'm still mama. And he's still the baby. But we have the best freaking relationship. And one day I'm going to have him to come and sit down. And we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about, you know, what it was like for the both of us as we were growing up. Because literally we grew up together. I was 16 and he was a newborn. So we grew up together. And we'll talk about the different struggles and all of that. Because again, that's a whole nother type of relationship. And I think that hearing that particular type of testimony will help people. But it is very rewarding when you can go to those graduations, when you can partake of those weddings and all of that, you know, and having 3 sons, man, has been very adventurous. And I've always wanted a daughter, a little mini me. And although I never had one naturally, so God blessed me with to meet a gentleman who had a little girl. And he and I tried to date, but that didn't work out. But we ended up being the best of friends. I went to help her grandmother one day with some things, and she cried to go with me. And that just touched me for whatever reason. And she was such a beautiful chocolate baby. And again, y'all, I wanted a girl. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a little mini me. And I told her grandmother, you know, give me a diaper bag or whatever. I'm going to take her. Mind you, I'm 7-8 months pregnant. I already got my own 1-year-old. And then I got a 5-year-old, 6-year-old. And I took her. So there I was with 2 1-year-olds, baby in my belly, and a 5 or 6-year-old. And I continued to be in her life. And they allowed me to get her every weekend. She calls me mom to this day. And she'll be 26, I believe, at the end of this month on the 30th. And so God blessed me with a daughter. And we'll have to sit down too and talk about our relationship as mother and daughter, with me not being her natural mother. My daughter is absolutely awesome, and I just love her unto life. My family accepts her. She loves my family. You know, she calls my sisters and my brothers her uncles and aunts, and my mom, when she was around, her grandmother. I mean, we don't make any difference in it at all, because what is family? You know what I'm saying? Family is what you make it. And her dad and I have the best relationship ever. He never would let me adopt her, and that was cool. But and I still love him. It's okay, because she's still mine. He still had to share whether he like it or not. She is definitely a mini me, honey. She's a go-getter. She's a hard worker. And she don't take no stuff. She ain't got time to be playing no games with you. And she will snatch you. See, the Lord done worked on me a little bit. I'm not so quick to snatch people. You know, I don't like confrontation. I try to chill out, because I know once I get mad, it's a whole nother game. So I try to stay out of situations that's going to piss me off. So I don't have to hit nobody. There you go. Like I say, this chick is crazy. But yeah. Again, being a parent has been absolutely awesome. I've had a great time. I thank God for it. You know, there's nothing like having the responsibility of someone else and teaching them, you know, the ways of life, the roads of life, the rivers of life, the things of life, and the best part about being a parent is when these children get older, they come back to you and they tell you, thank you for whipping my butt. Thank you for that time when you did such and such. Thank you for when you talk to me. Thank you for, keeping me from this and keeping me from that. Thank you for putting me out because it helped me to see life. You know what I'm saying? And I was having a conversation with my 31-year-old the other day, and he was like, I wish I had did this, and I wish I had paid, more attention to that, and I wish I had listened to you on this, because they get it. It's like your work, your prayers, those butt whoopings, all of that stuff, it was not in vain. And you finally get to see it all come together. And it helps you to know and understand that you did a good job. And it's going to be okay. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. And now I'm a grandmother. Yeah, I have grandbabies, and they call me Mimi, and they're the best part of my life. I tell you, they are my joy, my sunshine. Honey, there are no cloudy days when the grandbabies are around, okay? Period, point blank. And they bring me a tremendous amount of joy, I promise you. And that's my experience as a mom and being a daughter as well. So I hope this video again blesses somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it and all that good stuff. It was really hard to record this video. I mean, people kept calling me. I had to turn my phone off. My video camera kept stopping and all that stuff. But we got through it. Whoo! And thank you guys again for joining me inside the Mind of Love, an open objective look at love and relationships, all types of relationships. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button and share this video to anybody you want to make laugh or anybody you just kind of want to make whatever. Just share it. All right. You can always write me anonymously and send that email to cafeconversations72@gmail.com. Again, that's cafeconversations72@gmail.com. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter as well. And check out the podcast as well whenever you get an opportunity to do that. It is called Cafe Conversations with Lady D. You can always find that on all of your major streaming podcast platforms, honey. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of the podcasts, okay? Make sure you go and check that out as well. Again, I'm new to YouTube. I'm still feeling and finding my way. I ain't got all the tricks and traps and all that good stuff yet. But hold on, baby, because I promise you it's coming. Until next time, thank you guys. You guys be blessed and happy Mother's Day.
Anything you picture of yourself, anything you want to be with no help. Graduated at the top of your class. I want you to know the girl you did it. To the ladies, I'm with it. I promise I get it. Your presence in my life not took for granted. I feel it. You're something.
Something special. Something special.